Hi there crafters, Louise with you today. Thanks for checking out this video. I had previously completed this little layout and I left it in the video just to show you how I was creating, but I didn't actually really think that there was much technique involved and I wanted to give you something a little bit more inspirational. So back to the drawing board for a new design team layout, and this time I'm going to create in the 9x12 shape or size, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to cut some strips of paper. So this is actually a little bit inspired by a Ranelia page where she used some distressed edge strips, and so I'm just going to cut a couple of different pattern papers, and these are 1.5 inches wide, and I'm going to shorten them so that they fit on my 9x12 coloured background. So I'm using some of the plain paper from the patterned paper pad. I think this is such a great idea. I love that we get coordinating plain papers with our patterned papers each month, and I think it's just fantastic to not have to search. You know, you can go straight to the kit and really just get exactly what you need. Now I did cut these a little bit wide, so I am going to shorten them up and distress them off camera just so that I can attach them and have a little bit of that sort of teal space around those edges poking through. So once I'm happy with that distressing, I have to think about how I'm actually going to progress with this page. And I didn't have a plan in mind. I hadn't actually picked out a photo, which is quite unusual for me because normally I would actually have a photo chosen and use that sort of as a very strong base for how I create the layout. But because I was inspired by Ronnie's striped background, I really wanted to get this done first and then go ahead and decide what I was going to do next. So it's at this point where I'm kind of going, oh, okay, what now? So next thing is to try and find a photo, but also I know that I want to use some embellishment clusters as well. And you can see that I start with one photo and just decide that it's not the right photo for this layout. I'm not sure whether it's the colors, but I know a big part of it is actually the size of this photo. I think it really just does overwhelm that background, particularly when I want to use these little tag clusters in there as well. So it was not the right photo. I had to go back and search through my stash, but I think that the photo I end up choosing is much better for this particular layout. It's a smaller photo. It's more appropriate. It's when I had my niece and she was doing some craft, and we were just sitting in my office together and ended up having the cat, Mr. Popeye. If you haven't watched any of my videos, my little ginger man, Mr. Popeye, decided he was going to come and sleep on the desk. So much better choice of photo. I think it's really appropriate. These little clusters with the tags and the hearts, super cute, and I love the way they sort of lift off the page. I've just inked them a little bit to give them a bit of dimension, popped some foam behind, and chose the little doily as well. I needed a circular element, so I needed something just a bit extra in there to break up from all those straight lines, and the little circle doily works perfectly. So I'm much happier with this now. I think that photo works better. I'm going to go through the sticker sheet and just have a look and add some embellishments. You can see I've left a place for my journaling. It's an important element of my pages, and if you're not at least journaling who's in the layout or the date, I strongly encourage you to do that. You'll see in some of my other videos I explain why, but definitely if you know you're writing down something on the back of the layout, that's helpful as well. So essentially I am pretty happy with how this has turned out now. I'm going to fill in a few of the little gaps, add a few bits and pieces, but mostly I want to stick everything down and add those finishing touches. I'm going to use a couple of the little sort of foam stickers that you can see off to the left there. There's a couple of little florals. I've popped a few butterflies and bits and pieces around my clusters, but essentially just a nice little cute, sweet layout that's featuring the March kit, and I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.